What's up, knackers? Knackers. Remember that when the individual did that? That whole buzz where she was combining Knicks and Lakers? That must have been what she was talking about. Knackers? Have a good day, knackers. MAGA hat wearing women force entire plane to deboard after refusing to wear masks during their Frontier Airlines flight. We have the video clip below. I had to watch it several times to find the point where she said it. And I was trying to look at the people that were walking by at the time, because if there were some race of individual who this term is historically used in a derogatory manner towards, in other words, black individuals, and she called one of them that, the video, I'm guessing, would have worked out a little bit different than how it worked out. But let me read the headlines real quick. It'll be the story, and then we'll check the video out. We'll have a good laugh at it. Video was posted to TikTok of an incident on board a Frontier Airlines flight from Seattle to Denver last month. Two women wearing Trump hats and shirts had reportedly refused to wear masks or leave the plane, which I think is kind of funny. I mean, I haven't flown since all of this happened, but correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're going into the airport or when you're roaming throughout the airport, I would think they would want you to have a mask on. And when you're at the gate, when you're going to board the flight, they would tell you to have the mask on there already. And you'll see one of the women has it around her chin, like it's pulled down. So to me, it's kind of like like a stunt, like you're trying to pick a fight to prove a point. That's just the way I would see it. Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with the mask law. I wear mine when I have to go into a supermarket or something, but that's pretty much the only time I wear it, when I go into an establishment. When it's kind of one of those unnatural things where you can tell somebody's trying to just start some shit, just to start some shit, then you kind of have less of an appetite for that. The N-word aside, we're not even dealing with that. Anyway, the pilot tells passengers over the intercom that because of this, everyone on the aircraft will be forced to deboard. You'll hear that in the video. As the passengers exit the plane, the woman in the red hat can be heard telling one person, "Have a good day, knacker," or knacker. Don't make the mistake, like some people do. After police arrive to escort the women from the plane and the gate area, the other passengers cheer and applaud. The user who uploaded the video says he was told the women have been banned from flying Frontier. All right, so here we go, and this is going to be her first. I'll show you a still shot. What do we got? Oh, okay, there's a better view of her. She's the troublemaker. See, that's what I was saying. She had the mask already. So obviously she had been wearing it around the airport and at the gate. So when you see that, you know the individual's just out there trying to start some trouble or, get insta-famous, whatever you would call it.
The two passengers removed from the airplane are refusing to do that, and we can resolve this easily. But at this point, I have to ask everyone to leave the airplane. Oh my God. Take your IDs and your boarding passes. You can leave your personal belongings if you're going to reboard. Please do not get involved in the altercation or you will not reboard. And
it's coming up here shortly.
Have a good day. We're going to have a good day. Have a good day. Have a great day. Have a good day. Yeah, that's bye. Bye. Bye.
So as you can see right there, it seemed like the other woman who went by, it sounded like an older woman. Kind of sounded white. If I know my whiteys and how they sound, could have been another ethnicity. But as I said, had that been a, let's say, a 60, 70-year-old granny who's a black lady, bat, 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 she would have gave her that work. There's no way that she would have let that slide, to let that terminology be said without trying to get at this woman. So that being said, everybody, here's your face for the early entry. Early entry 2021, we're just a couple days in. The early entrance for what will be probably the most hated individual or most memed individual airline edition. All right, so that's the story. I don't I've said all I want to say about it. It's just, I thought it was pretty funny to go ahead and talk about it a little bit and get my feelings about it in terms of, you know, who it was directed at. So, a couple comments. CUNTS we got here. People like this all have similar facial characteristics. The vacant, inbred eyes. He said inbred. He spelled it in like a place you would stay in bread, like bread you would eat, and smug smile. They delight knowingly in causing as much pain and discomfort to others because they know they are outsiders and will never fit in anywhere except with each other. Interesting. You know what? Aside from the first part about the inbred, maybe there is something to that, though. It's, regardless of what side you're on, the individual that goes out trying to start shit just for sake of starting shit, like I said earlier. There's certain individuals, so you could talk about these individuals on one side, but on the other side, if you look at, say, like Antifa, BLM, SJW, loser type individuals, they always look the same too. Overweight, short hair, effeminate males, hair dyed, piercings, all kinds of weird stuff. So that's why I really think there's something to that. It probably wasn't put forward in the most intellectually sound way by this individual, but I do think there's something to that. Outsiders. What the heck is she? What the heck was she doing in Seattle? Making America again, I'd imagine they're saying making America great again, would involve booting your ilk off the continent, along with your orange stink bomb from, okay, yeah. So as we see, very tolerant individual there. To sit there and say those kind of things, obviously we get the politics of it all. If this individual had left it at the first part of the sentence, then yeah, you could put more credence in it. But when you go down that road, you open up a whole other can of worms in terms of what you accept from the other side. Who cares? I never wear a mask. Finally, someone says, I'd like to see Biden instruct air marshals to begin arresting these people with all due violence. I don't care if they leave the plane dead or alive. I replied to that, I said, why? I said, you want to see somebody beaten violently for being an idiot? Doesn't make much sense, and you know better, is what I said. We don't go around beating people for having differences in opinions. We leave that to the animals on the far left. That's their thing. This individual, she got dealt with how she got dealt with, appropriately, and now she can't fly Frontier anymore. She's probably so sad. Anyway, quick video. It is what it is. As I said, she wouldn't say that to a certain ethnicity of individual. That's what made me assume that the receiver of the N-word was white. But that said, the age-old argument is, if they can say it, then why can't I? I wouldn't say it, because you never know how people are going to take it. Be well, everyone. Hopefully your New Year's is off to a great start.